Hello, welcome to Watan الكرامة News Channel. It is 9 p.m. our time for top stories, and we start with latest developments in the Libyan state. Official spokesman for Parliament Faraj Bouhashim said there are reports that a final document are being prepared by UN envoy Bernardino Leon, and he will present it to the interlocutors. Bouhashim added that this document has not been delivered to the Parliament so far. He pointed out that if it is received by Parliament, it will be put forward at a meeting tomorrow, and the Parliament will be briefed the Libyan state on its content. Bouhashim stressed that the Parliament has summoned the members of the negotiating team in Khairat, and two of them returned back and two others remained there. The matter that pressured the Parliament to ask for their return. Thus, Parliament member Abu Bakr Bahira returned back, and Parliament member Muhammad Shoaib remained in Khairat. Moreover, Bouhashim noted the Parliament Speaker has sent a letter to the UN mission stating that there is no one representing the Parliament delegation. A military source stressed that military reinforcement arrived at Sabiri district in Benghazi to support the army forces in the area. The source added that the armed forces have launched air, land and sea operations in Al-Hout and Sabiri district, pointing out that Air Force targeted and operation sites of terrorist groups in Sabiri district. The source added that the ground forces had achieved significant progress in the district. Member of the Information Office of Battalion Number 309 said that elements of battalion succeeded in targeting a bulldozer of coast of Marisa and completely destroyed it. The member of the Information Office added that Battalion Number 309 and 302 have taken all precautions and declared the maximum emergency state in the Western District in preparation for the final battle to eliminate terrorists. Benghazi has seen strong battles yesterday during a raid by armed forces in Sabiri district, where air forces targeted positions and hideouts of terrorist elements before storming the district by land forces. And still in Libya, and now from Sirte. Sources in Sirte said that elements of terrorist Daesh group imposed a blockade on Abu Hadi area and kidnapped a group of Al-Qadhafa tribes youth. The sources added that the group has intensified during the last few days its terrorist attacks on residents of some neighborhoods on the pretext of searching for arms. The terrorist Daesh group also imposed 50 Libyan dinars on every woman who does not wear a veil in the city, in addition to the closure of the number of shops that sell clothes. Leaks quoted by the Algerian Shorouk newspaper says that both the United States and France are recently introduced a clear threat to a number of acting Libyan figures if they do not sign a document prepared by the United Nations. According to the paper, the threat has targeted 10 Libyan figures, including the Prime Minister and the head of the outgoing Congress. That is, in the case of not signing the UN document, a large-scale military operations will be launched involving Arab and Western countries, and Libya will be placed under international trusteeship. The Italian Foreign Ministry denied an official statement of any involvement in the assassination of Salah al-Mashout, suspected of being one of the men responsible for organizing the smugglers of human beings across boats to Europe. The ministry denied media rumors about the involvement of Italian special forces in Libya in the killing of Salah al-Mashout. Al-Mashout is the leader of a terrorist militia in the town of Zawara and believed to be the leader of a network of smuggling illegal immigrants by sea from Libya to Italian coast. And still about Italian reactions, Italian Defense Minister Roberto Pinotti said that the proposal introduced by some right-wing parties of the Italian Parliament to carry out international military missions off coast of Libya in order to stop the influx of asylum seekers at sea is an unenforceable proposal. Pinotti added that her country could not militarily intervene in Libya without a UN authorization or a formal request from the Libyan legitimate government. The interim government considers any military operations off the coast of Libya as a violation of the state sovereignty. And now we transfer to the Arab arena, and down from Yemen, Yemeni President Abd Mansour Hadi to the war-torn southern port city of Aden over the weekend, meeting with Gulf coalition troops guarding the city and with Yemeni tribal leaders and officials. Hadi met with tribal leaders and local officials from Yemen's Abyan and Lahj provinces. Abyan is the main stronghold of Al-Qaeda in Arabian Peninsula. Lahj is home to many former southern separatist military leaders as well as fighters that in this current war played a crucial role in pushing the Houthis out of Aden. Hadi has been holding constant meetings with local fighters and tribal sheikhs. Hadi and his Gulf backers hope that further victories in a war against the northern Houthis and army on its lair to former President Ali Abdullah Saleh will let him leave Yemen's second city and return to the presidential palace in the capital, Sana'a. A coalition led by the United States conducted 20 airstrikes against the terrorist Daesh group in Iraq and 3 against the militant group in Syria, according to a statement released by the Combined Joint Task Force today. In Iraq, the coalition conducted 5 strikes near the town of Hita, where it destroyed a facility for making vehicle bomb, a command and control facility, and one of the headquarters of extremist Daesh group. Other airstrikes were spread across the country, according to the statement. In Syria, the strikes hit and destroyed targets near Al-Hasaka, Abu Kamel and Maria. In a separate statement issued later today, the coalition said it has also conducted airstrikes in Iraq near Qubaysa, where it hit parts of a cement factory that it said terrorist Daesh group was using to house fighters, equipment and weapons. The attacks near Hit and Qubaysa were part of a strategy to hamper Daesh group's ability to produce explosive devices and prepare for attacks. And still about Daesh and coalition strikes against it, U.S. Secretary of State John Kerry meets with Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov to discuss efforts to find a way forward in Syria. Kerry said today it was vital to coordinate all efforts against the terrorist Daesh group in the Middle East, but that this was not yet happening. Asked the purpose of an Iraqi announced effort to coordinate intelligence among Iraq, Syria and Iran and Russia, Russian Foreign Minister Sergei Lavrov told reporters before he met Kerry it was to coordinate the efforts against extremist Daesh group. Kerry, however, told reporters, I think the critical thing is that all of the efforts needed to be coordinated. This is not yet coordinated. I think we have concerns about how we are going to go forward. And finally, about Catalonia elections, separatist parties are seen winning a solid absolute majority of seats in Catalonia's regional parliament. An example showed today, potentially setting the region on a collision course with Spain's central government over independence. The main secessionist group, Junts BC, Together for Yes, would get between 63 and 66 seats in 135 strong assembly, while smaller leftist party, CUP, could secure another 11 to 13 seats, according to a poll released by local broadcasting TV3, the largest carried out. They would jointly obtain 49.8% of the vote. Both have said that if they win a majority, they would unilaterally declare the independence within 18 months, something that central government in Madrid says it will block the court because the Spanish constitution does not allow it. My audience says that is the wrap-up of our top stories for today. For much more, you can check our website www.الكرامة.tv. Thanks very much for being with us. My greeting, رانيا البليدي.
التالي النشرة الرئيسية.